What happened for you guys in the third that allowed you to build the lead, and then what do you think happened in the fourth when it slipped?
I think we came out in the third, and we were ready to play. I think we were down by 4 or something like that going into the quarter, and we played hard. We were moving the ball really well, playing really unselfish. Everybody, diving on the floor, getting rebounds. We know bus was a game of momentum, and we took advantage of our momentum swing. And then going into fourth quarter, I think it's it's one of those situations where us younger guys, it's a good learning lesson. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we're ready to go in the fourth quarter, making sure that we're finishing the game and coming out with a win.
And then for you personally, you've had a few quieter games than you had last month.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Is there any struggle to adjust when Luka and Kyrie are both out there, and this is just a more familiar experience, or is it something different?
Yeah, I think for anybody, it's. It definitely has been, tough, but that's not anything for them. That's for me to, figure out. They're two of the best players in the world. Playing with two of the best players in the world, you have to sacrifice some things, and I'm completely fine with that. It's about how I can help the team more and make it work, So it's going to work. It's no question about that. And, it's just about continuing to watch film, us and the coaches, what I need to do, and just playing as hard as I can on the defensive end. And to me, I feel like that's been a big focus is, I've been able to have these matchups against guys like KD and whatnot, and just go out there and play as good a defense as I can. And at the end of the day, I'm young, and Jaden's young. We got a couple young guys, so take it for what it is. But we have two of the best players in the world, and that's what it is. So go out there and just play basketball.
And with how well you've shot from three overall this season, it seems that there's been more focus from opposing teams kind of stay tighter on you compared to the start of the season. Do you feel that could be a potential factor in some of the recent performances, like kind of being less as impactful offensively as kind of like that early February stretch?
I wouldn't say so. I think most teams are actually playing me to shoot the three instead of driving, so I don't think that has any effect on what's happened lately.
Jason mentioned before the game that there could be like a third-year wall, if you will, because he's like, every minute that you play is one more minute than you've ever played at this level. What does that feel like as somebody who's also in their third year and feels like they hit a wall sometimes?
Yeah, no matter what you do in life, everybody hits a wall, but you learn from it. I'm not mad about what's happening. I'm not mad about anything. Obviously, it's very frustrating at times, but I know 1 through 15, everybody, they trust me. I trust the coaches. Coaches trust me, and it's about figuring it out. Getting through, stages like this, it's important. It builds you as a player. So, I'm glad it's happening. It's just another obstacle you have to, get over. It just makes you a better player. It's not going to be you're not going to shoot 100% the whole season. So it is what it is.
That'd be very notable.
It would be amazing. I do it on 2K, but not in real life.
And flipping the topics a little bit, did you get a chance to see what Dillon Brooks said before the game about wanting to guard Luka and Kyrie?
Nah, I'm trying to win right now. I'm not on any social media. I'm ready. I'm trying to win. So no, I didn't see it. What? Don't even worry about it.
I won't make you look at Twitter.
I won't look at it. So no, it's all good. We got a game on Monday. We need to focus for that. But it's just the competitive side of the game. So other people have different ways of being competitive.
Looking at it big picture, though, when you guys do play a team like this 3 times in the span of like 10 days, postseason's looming, and you guys are each jockeying for position. Like, what do you predict that like the energy or the chippiness could get like, as you guys see each other, not a playoff series kind of way, but multiple times in a short span? I think it's a great warm-up for us going into the playoff series. Memphis is a great team. They've had great success the last couple of years, so us being able to get to play them 3 times is it's big for us, and we can learn from it. And it also puts us, younger guys in situations where in the playoffs, when they really, really matter, we have experience doing it. And even off tonight, I learn a lot, Jaden learned a lot. So now it's about, we play them on Monday. So it's another example of just us coming out,
and making sure we get the win. Thank you.
Jaden, I'll ask about the game, but first, when did you get the news that you're going to get your first start, and what does that feel like?
I got the news right before the game had started, but it felt great, just to be able to get my first career start and, for me to go out there and have fun. So.
Do you text anybody? How do you process that?
No, I didn't text anybody, but I'm pretty sure, people like my dad, my brother, my family, seeing it was happy for me, so.
And then what did you think of the performance overall, for you out there?
I feel like, the team, with the team, I feel like we gave ourselves a good chance to win the game. A couple bad turnovers by me down the stretch. But I feel like overall we came out and we played hard, and we gave ourselves a chance to win without our two top dogs. So, yeah.
Knowing that things haven't gone as smoothly and as well as you guys might have liked since the trade deadline, how would you describe the mood or the atmosphere around the team when you guys do have tough stretches like this?
I feel like, we do a good job of trying to stay together, and move on to the next play whenever something goes wrong, and staying together, putting the trust into each other, and just staying with each other because, we a team, so we got to stay with each other.
And it seemed like you guys had heard Dillon Brooks's comments before the game and the comments that have been going on throughout the week. How does that, fuel energy in a game like this, knowing that you guys do face them 3 times in pretty quick succession over the next week or so?
I feel like it's more so of us just coming in and just wanting to hoop, really, not really listening to what he got to say, really, but just coming in and playing hard, really, and competing.
Similar to the game in Utah, you had more opportunity to make plays with the ball, run some pick and rolls and come off of handoffs. Now that you've had a few games like that, in the NBA, how do you feel you've kind of developed in those situations as the years gone on?
I feel like, as I continue to play more in this league and starting to get more comfortable, I feel like my game will continue to grow. But I feel like just really learning from the guys that's here already. Like Kyrie, Luka, those 2 guys, just being a sponge to those guys, learning from them, and continuing to work on my game and continue to listen to the staff and the coaches.
Do you feel it helped you to kind of go through that process against an elite shot blocker like Jaren Jackson tonight to kind of test things out, work through some things?
Yeah, I feel like today was a good experience for me, just to be able to go out there and play minutes and, see what it's like.
Where you want to go in your career, but do you have a greater appreciation after games like this of what Luka and Kyrie go through every single night?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And how tough is that?
It's really tough, just to see those guys when they come in competing, how much it is out there. So, yeah.
Thanks, Jaden. Good, Josh. Right.
Yeah, I think, getting stops, being able to limit them to one tough shot. I thought rebounding the ball there in the third was really, really good for us. And then our pace to be able to, get out and run, I thought was at a high level. And then in the fourth, we had some turnovers. And then we just fouled, a little bit too much there in the fourth.
What did you think about Jaden Hardy?
He was good. He did a lot of good things on both sides of the ball. And then also just learning experience, things that he's going to get better at coming down the stretch. It was, I think, a great game for him to be involved in.
Before the trade deadline, Christian Wood started, I believe, 17 games, and I think the record was 9-4 when he started with Luka. It seems his minutes have been cut in half, and he hasn't been closing many games. Why was that the case lately?
Yeah, you look at just the depth that we have with all the bigs. We're trying to get them in the game and see who has the hot hand. And, right now with Maxey back, that's going to cut some of his minutes down, especially when we're healthy. And so that's just the way it is right now, and it can change as we go forward.
Knowing you guys have a quick turnaround against them on Monday, what do you take away from how to play Desmond Bane and what he brings to the table, especially when he's kind of their go-to guy without Ja?
Yeah, you look at he's a guy that can put the ball in the basket, plays extremely hard. We tried to make it tough on him. I mean, he was 8 for 18. You got to keep him off the free throw line. That's the one thing we didn't do a good job there in the fourth quarter. They got to the free throw line. But he's a guy that makes shots and plays off of Jones and Jackson, and he got a wide open 3 there late. Those are just things that you can't have happen if you want to try to beat them, especially here.
Knowing that Dillon Brooks has had his sayings and moments in trash talk the last few days, it seems like some of your guys really fed it off of that well and fed into that and had a little bit of an edge. What do you think trash talk like that does when you play a team so many times in a short span? This obviously being the first, and then knowing that there could be playoff meeting looming as well in the next few weeks.
I think that's just I think Dillon does that no matter who the opponent is, and so unfortunately those 2 guys didn't play tonight. But I think the guys just went out there and played their game and we put ourselves in a position to win a game on the road. But we got to take care of the ball, and then we got to get stops, and those are the 2 things that we just didn't do late.
Not knowing that with the injury situation, but how good was it to see Josh come out firing and put together a game like that?
Yeah, I thought Josh had a great game in the sense of being able to run the offense and then also play off of Hardy. I thought he did a really good job. And then we asked him to guard Tillman there in the second half, and I thought he did a good job of rebounding the ball and keeping Tillman off the glass. Tillman had 5 offensive rebounds there in the first half, and we did a better job and Josh did a better job of keeping them off the boards.
With Luka and Kyrie out, Jaden and Josh did more things they don't typically do, like run some high ball screens and come off handoffs. What did you see in those particular situations from them tonight?
Yeah, I thought they did a good job of being aggressive, just understanding, what the defense was trying to do. And I thought, as the game went on, they understood that and took advantage of it. You got 2 young players who haven't played this role a lot this season, but I thought did a great job of being able to run the team this evening.
It seemed at times like Jaren Jackson, he's an elite shot blocker, posed some challenges on some drives. How did you think they adjusted? After the third quarter, when Josh and Jaden each kind of got blocked on one of their drives?
They got blocked quite a few times. We did. And so we talked about it. He's one of the best defenders in the league. He's going to come every time to challenge. And so with that being said, you got to be able to sacrifice. And once you can draw him, you got to be able to find the next guy. And I thought they did a great job after trying to see if they could score on him. It didn't go well. I thought then they continued to understand with the ball touching the paint, they found the open guy. Thanks.